Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. You guys already know what it is. It's What If Deku Was X-Virus Part 4. And if I am not correct, we left off right, right after the bloody, forest training arc. And, well, the whole heroes versus, All Might versus, All for One deal, the creepypastas weren't invited to that party, so they weren't there. And I'm trying to think of every filler that I could work with here. But I can't really think of a filler because they're a group of fucking sociopaths. Ugh. Tick, tick, tick. Tick goes the time till your life reaches 0. That made no sense. Okay, I can't think of a filler to do, so we're just gonna jump to the Overhaul arc because I have nothing else to bloody do, mate. So the whole raid on Chisaki, everything plays out to canon. So everything has played out to canon so far. And they get a call. Creepypastas get a call, and the league wants the creepypastas to go attend, wants to go help out with Chisaki, which is a part of an entire different other organization. And since it's chemical byproduct, like basically they're working with chemical byproducts, yeah, they're sending they're just sending the gang. The gang, which is what is with me tonight? Masky, Toby, Hoodie, and X. Yes, okay, I said that right, Jesus. So they gets there, and then they start talking. Basically, one of the scientists working with one of the people working with the Bloodwork and with the cork erasing bullets basically explains to X what they're doing, and he's like, it's not my forte, but I'm still good with it. Like, it's not my main, but I can work with it. I can work with Bloodwork. Which I don't really make sense. Doesn't that just mean you just need her blood? Just to put in a little shell? A bullet? Like, that's about what all it is. There's no, like, real biochemical biostructure. Like, these things could be a one-shot kill bullet. But yeah, he does, like, X does what he can. He even used some of his non-killing viruses. The ones that kind of mess with your DNA but don't kill you. he takes out a syringe with this bluish kind of look, and he injects it into a blood sample. And when the virus comes in, it starts changing around, making it do what the bullet wants it to do. It starts switching, changing. Not the DNA, but the biochemical structure of it. Basically, it's changing basically it's basically changing the DNA in the blood to where it only reruns to the specific point set that they want. So basically, the cork erasing bullets are way better now, thanks to X. Then all the heroes show up, like the whole pro heroes and the freaking police, and then they just hear rattling, and all these freaking pros start storming. And like, let's say the group are still like all like they're still together. They're like in the area, and Toby's like, boys, it's time to have some fun. And Maskey just pulls out his pistols and starts firing. And he probably took down 4, maybe 5 pros with just a couple rounds. But he's smashing skulls in with his frickin' pipe. What Toby's doing, he's throwing these hatchets. He's cutting people's heads off with his axes. He's burying these hatchets in these people's skulls, like Jesus. And X, he doing some crazy stuff. He doing acrobatics. He's like quickly run by him and injects him just with the right amount of that simple virus to either make all their insides melt, like it's either insides melt, outsides melt, or completely make their fucking brain melt. Yeah, he gets some weird shit. and sometimes he would throw like these things like freaking throwing knives. He'd take them and he'd throw them like just throw them out. And when they hit someone, they would like, well, it's already lathered in the virus, so that's what it kind of does. But he kind of zooms around using it as an enhanced strength for the viruses he injected into himself so long ago. And he would quickly like just inject them like they still have the syringe in them. They just quickly jab, just very quickly. And he took down like 20 to 30 pros in a matter of seconds because of these viruses. Like some melted into puddles, some their insides melted into freaking goop. Some are on the floor screaming because their brain is slowly melting. Yeah, this shit is real. And what was that dude? What was that dude? The filler dude, the random old hero that kept popping up. Rocklock, I think his name was. Rocklock, I think it is. The random hero that was just there for no apparent reason. Well, that dude, he tries to stop X and Toby, but nah, they pull some combo stuff. Like, Toby would throw 2 hatchets into his knees, and then X would whack him on the face with his bat, and then they just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth till he's finally dead, where Toby buries his hatchet in his skull. And then they finally catch up with Lemillion, with Mirio and Overhaul. They're fighting it out. Oh, and since these are creepypastas, I can be unhinged with these dudes. So, and they're on their side. They're on their own side. So, the freaking henchmen that Overhaul has, yeah, they didn't know that they were gonna be there, so they attack and think that they're heroes. It's like, man, we can't be having that. The dude with the drunk quirk, yeah, X just jumps up to there and freaking makes his brain slowly cook. The dude with a full body plague doctor suit, well, he gets his skull bashed in by Hoodie. The cloak wearing dude with the red plague doctor mask, I don't know any of these dudes' names. Well, he gets shot multiple times by Maskey. And their whole plan was to kill Overhaul at the end of this, so they see Mirio on the ground, and then they're like, easy kill. Toby throws his hatchet, like this is the middle of the fight. Aries gone, so she won't be traumatized, and he hurls this thing, and this hatchet goes directly into the back of Mirio's skull. Mirio falling to the ground because he just had a fucking hatchet in the back of his fucking skull. And then Then they properly execute Overhaul. Masky puts 2 bullets in his knees, bringing him to his knees. X pulls out 5 syringes. Each of these will cause a slow and torturous death if they're not removed once upon injection. So he sticks all 5 into Overhaul's shoulder and presses the plungers down in the syringes, and the virus slowly spreads across his body. And the slower it spreads, the more pain, the more his skin starts to burn, the more his body starts to burn from the inside out. And then Hoodie smashes, like cracks his pipe against the Overhaul's jaw, breaking it. And then what does freaking Toby do? He takes one of his hatchets and he presses Overhaul's hand to the ground with his foot, and he cuts his freaking hand off. He does it to both. Now, 1, he's quirkless. 2, he's got to die in a matter of seconds because of the virus is X injected into him. So he's just there trying to stop the blood from flowing from his freaking numbed hands. And they're even gonna get a new creepypasta out of this, cause they go up to Ari, and they're like, "What's your name, little girl?" And she's like, "Ari." It's like, "You want to come with us?" And she's like, "Sure." You're not gonna hurt me, are you? No, we're not gonna hurt you. Then Toby picks her up. And they call Slender, and they like all the pros like enter into the one room, and they see Muriel's corpse. They see Overhaul's like pretty much lifeless body. They see the henchman dead, and then they just see the 4 in the 4 group, the 4 proxies: Hoodie, Masky, Toby, and X Virus. And then all of these dudes are like getting ready to charge at them, thinking that they're about to take them down. He's like, and then like X is like, I think it's time for us to make our leave. I think it's our time to take our leave. Then Slenderman pops up behind him and teleports them all of them away before the pros could get to him. So they cleaned up their mess with Overhaul and stuff. They got Airy, a new creepypasta in the making. So it's a win-win, and they want to clean off all ties. So one day they invite them, like the group invite like the four creepypastas walk into the bar of the what's it called, of the league. And it's not only the 4, he's like, "Hey, we brought a friend." And who walks out but Jeff the killer and homicidal Lou. I'm trying to fit as many creepypastas as I can in this final scene. Basically, most of the creepypastas show up, and they all just brutally slaughter the league. Like Kudigiri dead, Dobby dead. Like he got all of his fucking arms cut off by Clockwork and Lou. Toga brutally stabbed by Jeff, of course. I'm trying to fit as many creepypastas as I can into this final scene. What's another creepypasta? Oh, EJ just goes around collecting kidneys. What's another freaking creepypasta? And then Slenderman shows up, and right in front of Shigaraki, he's like, "You guys are insane." And they're like, "Thank you." And then Slenderman picks up Shigaraki and rips him in half. And they all get away. The pros here arrive at the scene just to find a murdered league of villains. Well, that's gonna be it for this part. What if, guys? Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next What if? Bye.